Hello everybody. How are you this evening? It's Wednesday, and Wednesday is our money day. Wednesday is the day we talk about money. So tonight we have IG Live at 7. So Wednesday is financial knowledge night. So here we go. I decided to talk about financial knowledge on Wednesdays because it's the middle of the week. These new sales are starting in the supermarket, and the old sales are coming to an end. So that's why it's important that we talk about money on Wednesday night and shopping and stuff like that. So one of the things that came up last night on the news was that the cost of food is going to be more expensive by 5%. So it sounds as if we have to get ready for another big opportunity. And we are going to find out that, our money is going to go away. So I decided let's do Wednesday financial night. So it's going to be like that for a long time. So I'm giving 5 tips tonight on things you can do to successfully manage your finances. That's what you have to remember. So tonight is what you can do to successfully manage your finances. Hello, Dawn. Hello, Christian. Hello, Lisa. We're told that the cost of the groceries has been increasing by 5% during 2021. 5%. So you can imagine what that will be like. So for an average family, it's going to be about $700 a year more for groceries. So somebody might say over a year, that's a little bit of money, but it's not. And for most families, it's really a lot of money. So we are also reminded that employees won't be getting a cost of living raise or even an annual raise, because of course the companies are going to say because of COVID they lost business. So with this in mind, I decided to give some tips on how to navigate the increased cost of living while the dollars we have is unable to buy what we purchased last year at this time. Last year at this time, our dollars went further. This time, it's not going as far. So now is the time to prepare for 2021. We cannot wait for 2021 to start it. It would be way too late. I've always advocated that we manage our personal finances like large successful corporation does. So any large successful company, how they manage their money, their building, their company, that is what we should emulate. At this time, they're protecting their bottom lines. That's what they're doing, and it is also the best time for us consumers to do the same. So we have to watch our bottom line too. How many of you know your weekly or your bi-weekly grocery spending plan? How much do you spend on grocery every week or every 2 weeks? That is a number you should really, really, truly know. Everyone needs to have a certain amount to spend on groceries. Everybody needs to have a certain amount of money to spend on groceries. So here are the 5 things you can do to help you through 2021 and beyond. Because once you get into the habit of this, it will serve you for years and years to come. So one of the first things I'm advocating for everyone is to take a complete inventory of all the items in your pantry. Everything you have in the kitchen cabinets, all the dry goods, all the canned goods, everything, all the packaged product, the pasta, the bags of rice, the flour, the bag of rice, the canned beans, pork, whatever you have make a list of everything. Check the expiry date. If they are way beyond the expiry date, you have to toss it. And while you're toasting it, I want you to remember that is money down the drain. That is money you have spent and you cannot get it back. So remember that. Everything in the cabinets, even your spices, you have to know what you have in there. This is to know exactly what you already have invested, because you have already spent the money that you own. You went and you earned it, you worked for it, it was your money, and you invested it in all these grocery products. But so you have to know what is in there. Make that list, and that is just the cabinet, the cabinets in the kitchen, the pantry. Make a list again, list number 2, of what is in the fridge and the freezer, all of the items. every frozen, unrecognizable item. This is very important. Make sure you know all the chicken pieces, all the beef, all the ground meat, all the pork. Put them so you know how many of what you have and what they are. And luckily when you froze them, you had a date on them. So you know that. Look at them. See if they're really badly frostbitten, then you know you have to toss them out. When you're tossing them out, remember that's money I am throwing away. My hard-earned money I'm throwing away. So this is the second one. So first the pantry, dry goods and all of that. Fridge and freezer, frozen goods and all of that. Then the other big spot is the bathroom. Next up, the bathroom cabinet lists all the items buried in the back. Lotions and potions, fingers and toes, everything in between. All the things you have in there. List them. Make a list of them. How many tubes of toothpaste? How many packets of fresh toothbrushes? How many bottles of mouthwash? How many cotton wipes? All the different things, Q-tips, all the things, medication, not medication, but over-the-counter medication, Tylenol, aspirins. Make sure you know that the lotions and the potions and the oils and the fingers, the things for your nails, all of that. Now, once you have those lists made, you can have them on your phone, so you take them wherever you go. Now you print two copies of that list. One copy you keep at home. That is the copy you keep on the fridge. And one copy, if you have a car, you put in the glove compartment of your car. Why? If you're out and you think you want to go shopping, you can pull out that list and see what you already have at home so you don't duplicate it. That is why when you made your list, you found you had about 50 boxes of tea. Sometimes all of them, 3-4 of them are the same type of tea. Then further on, you went out and you saw you had other stuff that cookies and crackers and nuts and all those things. So because when you walk in the store, you don't want to duplicate what you already have or quadruplicate what you already have at home. So that's why there's a list in the car. You shop from that list. That is where you do your shopping. Your first initial shopping, once your list has been done, is to shop from that list. So before you go to the grocery shop, if you're at home, first stop at home, check the list on the fridge, and see what you plan to buy. See whether you have those things there already. Because we forget that we have baking powder, or we have 10 bags of salt, or we have lasagna pasta, or we have bow pasta, or we have elbow pasta. But we're buying more. So that way, as you take, you say you're taking one bag, you cross the number to 1, from 2 to 1, or you go that way. Lower the number as you take it off. Scratch it out. Things you must know to do. So these are the other things you have to watch out. If you do not have your grocery list with you, or you forget to create a list and you don't have any idea what you need because you are not sure, my advice to you, I recommend that you go home to retrieve your list. The savings to you is worth much more than the amount of fuel you will use in your car or time. Because one of the things you're going to do, hi Donato, is while you are there and you're in the grocery store, you might as well go to war and don't have ammunition. The grocery stores, their job is to make you spend money. Spend every penny you have. They don't care. So if you're in the parking lot and you don't know what you want, your best bet is the cost in fuel is negligible to what will happen to you in the grocery store. You are going to war and you left your gun at home. You're not going to survive that type of meeting between you and the grocery store. That confrontation is, you are coming in and they're waiting for you. Have you noticed all the sales items are right in front of you as you walk in? Oh, here's oil, here's rice, here's this, here's that. So you might as well have that list. Remember, one in your glove compartment of the things you already have at home. Those things, that's why I asked you to empty your kitchen pantry on your counter, on the floor, on the table. List it. It takes time, but you will find where your money is. You are already invested in that. How many bags of rice and pasta do you need, really? Then you cannot use them as a pillow. So this is something you have to do. I agree with you. Women love sales. And you know, I agree with you, Donato. They cannot resist that sale. They think because it's on sale, I must buy it. But that is not right. My husband always told me, he worked for Loblaws, and he said, you know what, Tess? Just look. Loblaws has it on sale this week. Next week, No Frill has it. Next week, somebody else. He said there is no reason to rush and buy this. And I learned that. And even today, Superstore has it for $2.97. Walmart has it for $2.98. They know, and they're tricking us. So going into a supermarket without a shopping list is like going to war and leaving your ammunition at home. You're going to lose. In the supermarket, put your blinders on and focus on what you went there to get. Because an item is on sale, it does not mean you have to buy it. That is not what it is. That is not just, I agree, I know, and that is how they get you. That's how they get you every time. It's true. Think how many bags of rice you already have at home. How many cans of sardines that you don't eat. We have but all these canned goods. If you have them, now is the food bank time. Take it and put it out there. Take it to the food bank or drop it off somewhere. Now, the bigger part of this financial knowledge is to know how much savings you have made by shopping from your home. When you shop from the list on the fridge of the freezer, my girlfriend, she was laughing when I got her to do it. You know what she said to me? Oh, look at that, Donato said I even got caught in the past too. Oh yes, it's so easy. They know. Brian said there are people in the shop. That Brian told me, my husband, he said, Tess, they have people with a cat in the shop, in the store, and all they do is go around to see what you guys are buying. They're not, their cat looks like they're full, but they go around and one comes, take up the cat, another one comes in. And there you are thinking, well, you know, you don't know that. And that does not help you. So because they're telling us $700, guys, it's going by for this next year for grocery. If you have a job, there is no raise. The boss has told you, COVID, there is no cost of living, COVID. So you are making less money, you're making the same money and spending more. So that's why I'm here tonight with that. That is my passion, to make sure the money you make, you have more of it. What I want for everybody is that when the day you say, I'm taking a break, I'm retiring, I'm going to stop working so hard, that you can afford vacations. You can afford to fly where you want, when you want, because the world will open up. And that is what I want you to do. I want you to just stay there. Make sure you understand your money. Nobody understands it for you. If you're a small business person, I did it already. I train people on it. If you're going to be a new entrepreneur, ask me a question. It's the same thing. Run your home financial business like Bell runs it. Run it like Bell. Run it like the big banks. They don't waste. You know, and that is what you have to do now. The bigger part though, if you're going to shop from the list and you have $200 for grocery, and when you go to the store you really just spend $75 or $100, you need to save the rest. You need to put it somewhere. You need to take, if you're trying to learn to do something, take that money and buy yourself a course to learn to do something else. Prepare yourself for the future by taking, when somebody tells me, oh, excuse me, I cut off my Wi-Fi and I cut off my this and I'm not spending, I brought it down to $60 a month. I listen to that and I get really excited. And then I look at them and I say, so you are paying $60 more than you're paying now. Just $120, you cut it in half, yeah? How long ago? Oh, I've done that for a whole year. I said, so you save how much? And they look at me, what you mean? I said, well, you don't give it to Bell. Who are you giving it to? Oh, I leave it in my checking account. Guess what, guys? Your checking account is like a sieve. Water just pours it out. We used to call it an automatic transfer account. Everything in your checking account is to be spent. It will spend. Whether you want to or not, it's going to go. So when my people are telling me, I save 12 times 6. You save $720 and you can't afford to go to Cuba for a week? So what did you do with that money? I don't know. I said, so why did you bother? You didn't give it to Bell, but you gave it to somebody else. And the thing that is even funnier, you don't even know who you gave it to this time. You're so lost that you don't know who you gave that money to. You don't have any idea. Before you knew it was Bell, it was Rogers, it was somebody else. But now that you gave it away, you don't know who you gave it to. So that is why I'm asking you to know how much you're spending on your grocery. If you save the $20, do like the older people did. My grandmother always had money. My grandmother always had money, and she never worked. And she took it from the grocery run. And my poor grandfather, she said, once is sleeping on a mattress loaded with money underneath it, and the poor man doesn't even know. Can you imagine that? If he found all that money under the mattress, she would have one grandchild holding the bedroom door shut, two on the outside, to make sure grandfather didn't show up, because she was getting some money from under the mattress. And she told us she would have our life if we let him know the money was hidden. Yet she didn't work. She saved it. She took it from the grocery money way back then. So now we are in control of our money, but we cannot resist a sale. They spend millions of dollars to understand that of us, and they use it against us. That's how the rich become richer and the poor become poorer. We don't realize we need to control that money. Control that money. It's ours. We worked for it already. So what I like to do, the successful part of this, is to spend 50, subtract it from the 100, take that other 50, and I don't care in where you stuff it. Put it somewhere and know you have it. And keep adding to it. Every time you don't spend it, drop it in there. That is how you can start it. That is how you can start the business you want. That is how you can buy the new phone. That is how you can buy the new computer. That is how you can, and you can say, okay, I'm spending $50 less. I can take a course with so and so. I can learn to do something better. The successful method is to use that money and know what you're using it for. Know you're using it for a particular thing. I saved it, I'm using it for that. My favorite spot to put it is in a vacation account. But that is me. So you have to be hopeful and believe that, yes, one day in the not too distant future, we'll be able to go away. We'll be able to go to dinner with your friends. So use it for that. But know what you have done with your money. If you don't know what you have done with your money, it's taking a bag of feathers down to Dundas Square, opening it up, leaving it there, and come back in 24 hours hoping to find the feathers. They will all be blown away. So you have to make sure. It's going to be hard. $700, no raises. If you're self-employed, you're climbing, you're thinking, your raise has to be stimulated by you. Nobody's going to give it to you. So the money, if you're working for an income, that money, you need to manage it properly. You need to know what is your take-home pay. Don't come and ask for my help and tell me it's around $700 a week. What is around? Around is not a number. Is it 650? Is it 702? What is around? So you might think, well, Tessa-Marie, I'm rounding it off. Does the dollar store round off the penny for you? Do they round off the taxes for you? Or do they stand there with their hand like this waiting for you to give them every penny? So every penny is important. And it's the small bits of water that fill the bucket. It's not always a large rainfall that soaks the lawn. It must be a constant dribble that gets it nice and healthy. And that's what your money will do. You will be going on a vacation. You'll be going to take a course. You'll be getting that new phone you want, that new iPhone that takes pictures to die for. You will be enrolling in something new. You'll join movement makers. You'll do something with it. If you follow this plan, you'll be successful. Know what you already have in the house and do not duplicate it. It is not necessary. If it's on sale at Walmart, it's on sale at No Frills. It's on sale Metro. Somebody's going to have it. And you know the thing I have noticed? The supermarkets are not far from each other. On your way home, on your way to work, from work, wherever you're going, you can drop in and get it. So carry your active list, what is already your purchases, what you own in your glove compartment of the car before you jump out. And just go and buy something you already have. Empty the home supermarket first. Empty everything in that house supermarket before using your money. You don't have, okay? Nowadays, I remember when we couldn't use a credit card to buy grocery. I remember those days. It was a big hoo-hoo and a ha-ha. No, you can use it. And of course, that is right. Just use your, but you know what? Every time you use your credit card, you're using somebody else's money. And guess what? They want their money back. And they don't only want it back, they want it back with interest. So that is why you must be careful. A lot of my friends tell me, oh, I just charge everything and I pay it off at the end of every month. You can. But your 40 and your 35-year-old child who has a big mortgage and you're just barely making ends meet, don't give them that advice because they don't have the disposable income to pay everything out in cash one time. You are unemployed, not employed, you're retired, you can do that. They can't. Tell them to only use what they know they can pay off at the end of the month, because a credit card is not yours. The money you're using on a line of credit and a credit card belongs to the bank or the company you got it from. My friend said to me, a grown woman, and she said to me, oh, I just lose my leverage, my house, my line of credit. And I say, so you give the bank your house again? You paid it off once and you decide you're going to put all that debt back on it. Why? Can you afford to pay it off? Well, no, but why are you doing it? Oh, well, it's my equity. I said, no, the house is your equity. That is wet money. The bank gives you dry cash against your house. That is what it is. And they still want it back or they'll take your house. Oh, I said, yeah, that is, oh. So this is why you have to know credit card is somebody else's money. So you have to remember, you have to know what your net income, and that is what you work. That is what you get. Your net income is what they put in your bank account. That is the amount you have to know, like you know your blood type. That is the amount that you have to know, that you know your address. You have to know that amount clearly and distinctly. You say, my net income is $2,946.73. Don't round it up for me, because when you get your hydro bill, your phone bill, your gas bill, nothing is rounded out. If you owe them $2.96, they're going to put that on there. So don't do the same thing that some people are saying is a good thing to do. Don't follow some other person's financial plan. If you have a question, get in touch with me. I will ask you, I will what you're doing, I'll answer you, and I'll give you the best advice I can, because I have nothing to gain. The person at the bank that is sweet to you, that's offering you another credit card, is not your friend. That is our job. That's what we had to do. That's how we got paid. That's why we got a bonus. Because we gave you credit products you thought you want, and we made you believe you couldn't do without it. That is our job. We were trained to do that. So I will tell you honestly, don't do that. One credit card is enough. You don't need 29 of them in your wallet, because that means there's 29 payments to be made. Nowadays we shop on the internet. Get one. Just get one for the internet. I have one that is about $600. That's all I use it for, is to shop on the internet. If it gets compromised, $600 only. Anything bigger, don't go shopping at the corner store with it. Don't do that. So you have to manage every aspect of your money, because the world is changing. There is no advice, no money coming to you. All the companies are going to say, because of COVID, you know what they're doing? They are watching the bottom line. So I want you to watch your bottom line. I want you to have your money put aside. I want you to sit back. If this month you're looking at your money and you don't have money to buy yourself a nice present, or your husband or your significant other, your children or your mom, you know what? If you follow the plans I give you on Wednesday night, next year at this time, you'll have money flowing from every corner of your bank account. You can ask some of these guys that I see here. Lisa followed the plan. And Lisa was talking to somebody in the US not too long ago, and she said, I am debt free. And when she met me, she came to me and she told me what she wanted, and I took her on the journey. So the journey is done on Wednesday night. That's all we are going to talk about. if you have a question, you need an answer, or somebody has told you something, or you heard something, just come to me. If I don't know it, I will research it. If I don't know it, I have friends in places where I can get that information for you. But don't go and sign on the dotted line if you don't have proper information. Don't go shopping at the grocery store if you don't have a grocery list. Shop at home first. Empty the cupboards first. Empty the bottom of the freezer. My girlfriend has so many pieces of chicken in the freezer that she could create her own chicken. She could put all the parts together and she might have 20 chickens running around her house if she could put them together. And why? And she keeps buying more. So when another habit I have, when I put stuff in my pantry, I put the new stuff on the right and I circle it to the other side. So I know I must shop from the left side. I must use what's on my left side of my pantry before, because all the new things are on the right side. Another thing you have to remember, the things in the freezer, when you come from shopping and you picked up meat or fish and you just dump it in there, what about those you have at the bottom? Bring them up. Use them first. That is why you shouldn't have those freezers so messy that you don't know what is in here and what is not in here. Take a marker, write on it what is in there, the date you put it in. I know what I'm asking you to do is hard, but if you are much younger than me and you start it now, when you're older than me, you will be able to enjoy the fruits of your labor. You will be able to just relax. And even if you are self-employed, even if you're an entrepreneur, you have to make sure that money is so well earned. I don't have to say so hard earned, but you put so much effort into earning that money as a small business person that when you get that money, you should be able to recognize it and hold it, because you put maybe not hard labor, but you did put a lot of stress on your brain. You had to think, you had to plan, you had to take chances, you had to slip, you had to fall, you had to fail. So your money is yours. It does not belong to the people at the bank. They are not your friend. They work for a living. The supermarket, they know they are your enemy. They give you something for something, but they want more. They will put all the sales at the front and you walk in and you go, oh, this is on sale, but you have 2 bags of rice again and you still have pillows at home, so you don't need rice for a pillow. You have your pillows already. So don't buy another bag of rice until the one you have is finished. It will be on sale. They always go on sale. Look at what they did with toilet paper. You think we were having a diarrhea explosion. We couldn't get toilet paper to buy. You couldn't get paper towels to buy. And it's just COVID. Nobody understands COVID. But one thing we made sure we had too much of was toilet paper and paper towels and wipes. And yet, when you went to the supermarket, the cheaper things were bars of soap. They were lined up there. But where they had the quick thing, the pump, nobody bought it. Nobody bought the soap. All they bought was the whatever you call them. And they ruin your hand because they kill all the bad bacteria. Get a bar of soap and wash your hand for the 20 seconds and dance. So they said we're going to spend $700 more for a regular family of 4 next year. That is frightening. It doesn't sound like a lot. But if they say it's 7, I bet you it's going to be 1,000 or more. So try to manage your money wisely. The best thing you can do with your money is to know your income. Know what you take home, not your gross, not what they pay you before they take the taxes off. It does not matter. You need to control your money. The government does not even trust you to pay them. They make sure your employer takes the money you owe them on the taxes before you get your money. So when you get it, it's what was left. It's not the top. So don't give it away without thought. Don't waste your money. Don't buy too many of the same thing. Trust me, $2.98 at Loblaws, $2.97 at Walmart. They're across the street at the town center. Everywhere you go, they're one on top of the other. So my plea on a Wednesday night is to remind you, your finances is literally your business. Manage it like a large corporation, knowing your bottom line. What is your bottom line? If you're saving $60, as I said, by not paying it to your present company that you get us something like Bell or Rogers or one of those. This is where people are cutting back. Oh, my internet is $20. I was paying $400. Well, then what are you doing with the $380? What have you done with it? And they don't know. All they said, I saved it. I said, where? Well, I don't give it to them. I said, but now you're giving it to somebody you don't even know who you gave it to. We touched on that already. So if you're going to cut back a service, take that money, literally lift it up. Lift it up from your checking account or from your account and put it aside. If you have a mortgage, transfer it from the checking account and prepay the mortgage. This is what you have to do. So tonight, I am hoping that you guys got it. Wednesday night is money night. So next week, I don't know what I'll talk about, but I will try to send a note and ask you guys if you have any money questions. And I think on this IGTV thing, you can ask questions and I will answer your question. If not, I will listen to the news and I will hear what topic. So my topic is based on 5% increase in shopping for groceries for a family of 4. They're saying it's 7. I'm saying it's going to be 1,000 more. So sending you light and joy, and I hope you remember, manage your finances like the big, huge corporations, because they are the successful one. Everybody is going downhill. I notice the bank stocks are going up. Why? They're managing the money. They manage your bottom line. And this is what you have to do. So sending you light and joy, and have a wonderful evening. Thank you guys for jumping in. Yoko, Don, Lisa, Patrick, Donato, all of you, Fretisha and Vanessa, all of you for coming tonight. Have so much fun. It was great. I love doing stuff on money. That is my joy. So have a wonderful evening. And tomorrow, we have a nice topic in the morning. I hope you enjoyed the topic on hope today. I think it was wonderful. So I've already got going for tomorrow. Have fun. Talk to you guys later. You guys are pumping me up, and I hope I pumped you up. So have a wonderful, amazing night. And take care. Bye.